You're welcome to an episode of Reality Check. My name is Jeremiah El-Buba and I am your host. And today I have with me a special guest. Yes, he's a friend of mine. His name is Dr. Linus Joshua, and he's a PhD holder in leadership and management. I'm saying whenever you're talking about the best brains in management and leadership, you're speaking about Dr. Linus Joshua. Sir, you're welcome to Reality Check today. Yeah, and basically today we're going to be discussing on the topic: no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to save you. Now, the reason for this topic is this: a lot of people expect so much from other people than themselves, but this podcast today is not trying to tell you. We are actually going to tell you that no one is coming to save you. That is why the theme of this podcast is Reality Check. That means if no one has ever spoken to your conscience some of the things you have to do for yourself, this podcast is a place where you will get reality check. And today we are speaking on topic: no one is coming to save you. So, doctor, what comes to your mind when you hear the phrase "nobody is coming to save you"?
Thank you so much for that question, and
Thank you, sir.
Absolute pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
Now, the first thing that comes to mind is it kills every sense of entitlement, because young people in Nigeria and Africa expectant that you owe them something.
Yeah.
So what happened to me was, when I lost my dad, that's when I realized that how can I help myself? How can I become valuable to people? How can I become this person I always want to become? Because that uncle will fail you. That friend will fail you. That person that you trust so much will fail you. So when it comes to my mind, nobody's coming to save me, the first thing it does, it kills every sense of entitlement.
Now, actually, what I think we should look at when we are saying nobody is coming to save you, I think it should give people a sense of responsibility.
Yes.
A sense of responsibility, because I think this generation, Nigerians, were mostly, as you said, entitled to other people's gifts.
Yeah.
We are more into what people have than what we can get for ourselves. That's why it is very important for us to acknowledge the fact that nobody is coming to save you. If you don't save yourself, you are going to be stuck there forever.
Yes.
You are going to be stuck there forever. And it also takes, it also brings us to the point in which we tell ourselves that we have to be intentional. Because I feel like these things come towards when you're working intentionally.
Yeah.
You're working intentionally towards removing yourself out of your current state. Because for you to get up and walk, you have to be intentional about it. Yeah. And we don't want to sacrifice in this generation, but for you to be able to make it, you have to sacrifice. You cannot tell me that you are who you are now without making sacrifices. Of course. You have to make sacrifices. So if I may ask you, you schooled in Ukraine, if I'm not mistaken. What are some of your experiences there that actually shifted your mindset to the fact that nobody is coming to save you?
Okay. Quite an interesting question, because so going back, the reason why I said nobody's coming to save you is it kills entitlement mentality, is like an effect. If it kills the entitlement, you now take responsibility for your life. So studying in Ukraine for over 10 years, the first thing it did to me is that, there is one thing: if you leave your comfort zone, your family, your friends, and then you're just in a world of your own, you are forced to make decisions yourself. So every decision that you will make, you will know that it has consequence. Now, in the Western world, when you get to a certain age, you hear them say, "I'm moving out of my parents' house." In as much as we here, we are not used to it, but I think it gives us that thing in our mind that, whoa, okay, now I need to go and fend for myself, rather than waiting, to be fed, to be doing all the things that we love to do. So yes, environment really matters. When I was there, and then what shifted my mind actually is, young man, you have to make decisions. You have to be valuable. And what I did to add value to myself first was to learn the language. and to be intentional about learning the language. Because if you are in that kind of environment, English is not their first language. So by the time you meet any of them and you're speaking their language, it gives them this, oh, okay. Instantly they will open up to you. But in taking responsibility, the first thing I did was to add value to myself. Because nobody will take something that is not valuable, even the devil.
Yeah.
He loves value.
True.
So if you are nothing, he won't even come for you.
Yeah.
Right? So not to talk more of share our practical living. So if you take responsibility, take the tough things. Most times we're afraid of taking the risk. Hence, we find ourselves waiting. Oh my God, when will they send me this? Who will come and help? Who will come and save you? Brother, nobody's coming to save you.
True.
Right? So you have to be intentional, as you said, about your life. What do I want to become? So someone said that we're living in most in the Christian community where we are hoping that God will come and save us. Right? But then God expects us to move.
Yeah, of course.
Right? So environment will definitely matter. It will change how you think. It will change, the decisions you take, whether positively or negatively. So having been in that environment really shifted my mind because you see old people living in regret. And they will start telling you, oh, when I was young, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. So nobody coming to save you is... So there are two types of pain, either the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. So you will definitely experience one of them. So if by now you are taking the pain of discipline, it will automatically eliminate the pain of regret. But if you refuse to be disciplined now, years to come, you have the pain of regret. And that's when you see people become suicidal and they'll still be blaming their uncle that did not help them in secondary school. So, yeah.
I think a lot of people want to blame their family members about certain things that are going on in their lives. They are trying to blame their family members because they feel that sense of entitlement. Now, when you were speaking about environment, it just reminded me about a ministration I had in Port Harcourt. You know the story of Abraham.
Yeah.
For God to bless Abraham, he had to move Abraham from his current place to where the blessings were. He had to tell Abraham, get up and move. Even though Abraham did not know where he was going to, but he knew that for the blessings that God has promised me, I have to take a step.
Yes.
That's the same way God has a lot in store for us. But the fact that we do not want to take this step is what often at times keep us backward.
100%.
Because when God tells us to move, we need to understand that we don't need to know the location.
Yes.
We just need to take the action.
Yes.
Because the Bible says it's not of he that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy. So it is not of your own workings that you are going to blow. It is the workings of God. So I have another question for you. Now, the second question is, why do many young people spend years waiting for opportunities instead of creating them?
Yes. So, that is quite deep, right? Now, that is quite deep because our environment does not enable us to create our opportunity. I'm sure you are well traveled. When you go outside Nigeria, you see young people are not looking for employment. They are creating employment. They are starting their own businesses. They are going into tech. Some are leaving school to start up their companies. But our environment has been programmed in a way that you have to depend on another person for you to become what you want to become. So one of my mentors told me one time, he says, if you really want to be rich, it's not doing government job. If you really want to be great, government job is not the path for you, except if you want to be corrupt, which of course you understand what I am saying, right? But he says, if you really want to make it, you have to be a business person. That is where the money is. That is where the enjoyment is. That's where the liberty is. You have time to yourself. Nobody is restricting you, you know. So I think one of the basic reasons is our culture has maybe intentional or unintentionally made us dependent on people for our survival. So once that is not happening, you feel oh my God, my uncle is wicked, my auntie is wicked, and he has so much money. Bro, you're not the only one in this world, right? He has family, he has other responsibilities. So when my dad passed on, one of my uncles called me and he told me, he said, oh, don't worry, you know, where your dad stopped, I'll continue. By the grace of God, by the grace of God, till now I've not seen that help. So what if I had depended on that? I'll hold a grudge against him forever. Like, you promised me this, I didn't ask you, right? So our environment really is a contributing factor. And then secondly, we don't want to hear it, is our laziness. We don't want to think. Right? So my dad will always tell me again, sorry, I'm making reference to my dad, right?
Of course.
He'd always tell me that there are two types of work you need to do. It's either your brain suffers or your body suffers. So if your brain suffers, it means you are thinking, you are smart, you are creative. So your body will now not suffer. But if your brain does not work, your body will suffer. You do the hard jobs. And I'm not shaming anybody doing that kind of job, but if we're really honest with ourselves, there are so many people who are doing those hard jobs that if only their brains was very hard working as it were, working very well, they wouldn't be there. Because now, you know, it's not even hard work, it's smart work. Because someone can just be in his room and is making millions of dollars. And then you, that you're killing yourself outside, you know, all of those things, you're not making anything. So yes, environment and laziness, I think, in my own opinion, that's the thing contributing.
So I'm going to ask a question that is, I actually did not prepare this question because it's not in my line of questioning. But I also like a lot of us to answer this question genuinely to ourselves. Do you think this economy, speaking as a Nigerian in Nigeria, do you think, number one, Nigerians have the opportunity to create their dream? Number two, do you think the system allows Nigerians to create their dream? And I personally, I'm just going to say this, I personally feel Nigerians are fighting, many Nigerians are not looking to be billionaires. They are not looking to make money. They are looking to survive. They are looking to send money to their parents. They are not actually looking for something big. So do you think, like, in this economy, yes, I know people can make it, but in this economy, do you think it's as easy as some of those other places? Because you know, everything is about mindset. I am very, very particular about that. Everything is about mindset. But you can have a great mindset and not have a great opportunity. So you need to match great mindset with great opportunities. And I personally do not think that great opportunities are in Nigeria, but currently with the state of this country, with the state of leadership, and with the state of in which things are going, I don't think we have as much opportunity. I don't know what you think. That's why I'm asking you. Do you think youths of nowadays have these opportunities?
The simple question is no. And the reason is simple. We are really in a mess as a country. So think about this. People are barely surviving. People are living from hand to mouth. And a reasonable leadership, on your first day of administration, you're saying bye-bye to subsidy. Even America, they subsidize things. So you want us to pay the bills like Americans, but you're not providing us
the opportunities.
You understand that? And then the crazy one is the tax. You want to tax people that are barely surviving. Now, is the insensitivity of the leadership of Nigeria for me, like it just throws me off. To answer your question, I think I grew up listening to, after you're done with university, the government will give you a car and a job and a house. I think it happened in my father's generation.
Yeah, it did.
So right now, for every young person that is legally hustling or trying to survive, it's tougher to make it here. Now, I can also say that if you think of it this way, can an ordinary Nigerian make it? No. You have to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. And it's that sad. Sadly. But it's our reality. Now, it is not just something that is common to Nigeria. Even everywhere in the world, you have to know somebody to know somebody. But the common man can access the basic things of life. the opportunity, a level playing field for you to go to make it. So kudos to Nigerian youths, to be honest, those that are legally, getting their money. But then for those ones that will sit at home and then keep complaining, Nigeria is bad, what are you doing to change it? What are you doing to change your environment? And that is my concern, right? So I was having a conversation with some people some weeks ago, and they were telling me, oh, you are forming too much. Is it because you went outside Nigeria and you came back and we're not in the same lane? I'm like, excuse me, because you stopped thinking. And I cannot come and be discussing girls with you, or alcohol, or the latest things happening in town. I want to make it. For Christ's sake, I have a PhD. And is that what should be my priority? No, I have a family that I need to take care of. Hopefully, I should get married very soon. Are you laughing? Very right. So, but then, really, the economy, the country, the policies are not a good playing ground for people to succeed.
So I think that will be our line of questioning for now. So, as a Nigerian who is struggling in Nigeria, doesn't see a headway in Nigeria, what can I do? You're asking me the question, what am I doing now as I'm just staying at home? What can I actually do?
Okay.
Because I said, let me go out and make ends meet. And either I'm not given the opportunity because I do not know anybody, or I come back home, probably with the 200 naira that I had that bought Gary. I used it for transport to go and look for opportunity somewhere else. And I come back home without anything. Don't you think I'm at a loss? So what can I do now as an ordinary Nigerian? Because I'll say this, right? By the grace of God, I am not suffering. But I understand those people who are suffering. Because I have a lot of them around me. You think it's easy to buy a recharge card?
Not at all.
Go to somebody who has a phone, like an Android phone, who doesn't have money for data. Because MTN is not making it easy for us, Glo is not making it easy for us, Airtel is not making it easy for us, the government aren't making it easy for us. So how do? I can't buy data to go on LinkedIn to find an opportunity. I can't even eat to survive. What do I do then?
Now I understand your question, but let me come this way. You see, for every problem there's an opportunity there. So you making it is identifying a problem and solving the problem. For example, and I'm not doing advert, right? But you see OP, for example, the way those guys infiltrated the market and they are now dominating the market. Trust me, they are doing a fantastic job. So many people prefer using them than the regular, traditional banks that we have. Those guys saw a problem and they met it. Now, for that ordinary young man in your Angwa or wherever you are, and you're asking, how can I make ends meet? Trust me, you can look around. What is the opportunity? Let me tell you a very simple story. So in our office, there is a lady there. So one time I told her, I'm like, don't you consider doing Kunu business here? So where our office is located is like where the 1% of the 1% are living, right? But then there are people there who cannot afford that luxurious lifestyle. But then Kunu is like a drink that everybody would love. So I told her, I said, don't you consider doing this? She said, yeah, that's true. And trust me, she's not depending on her salary. So in that kind of environment, I mean, you will not be the high and mighty and sell Kunu to them, but those workers, they have people around, they have everybody around. So the thing is, you look at your environment. What is the problem here? How can I meet it? In a place where it's very hot, you can get a fridge or ice, you get orders of ice and you're giving water to people, pure water or whatever. I know we want to make it big, but sometimes you need to start small. It's like climbing.
That's what I'm asking you now, sir. When it comes to survival, most of the times, people who are trying to survive are not even looking at making it big. They're just trying to survive, genuinely trying to survive. But now, you're in a country where you can barely survive. What do you do? These opportunities, okay, let's say you carry a loan, you take a loan that you're going to buy a fridge. You start the fridge business, but who pays after your life? Farm pays after your life. It's not that you're not doing the business, but because you're not actually making it big to be able to pay them back. What do you do? Because the country is not, is the country, if we're honest with ourselves, the country is not working.
Yeah.
So what can we actually do?
So
as
to answer your
Nigerians?
question, yes, to answer that question in that line, that's why I said you can start by buying ice before getting your own fridge. It will take time, but you can start getting the ice. Find someone that they have those big things. Okay, can you supply me ice, and then we can go about it. Now, that is one aspect, okay. And the second aspect is, should I be honest with you? As Nigerian youths, we can be lazy. I'm not saying we are lazy, but we can be lazy. You realize everybody has abandoned farming, and some of those things are justifiable. The insecurity, you can't go to farm, right? But then for you that have that opportunity, I know a family, and I'm not kidding you, I know a family that the mother sponsored 2 or 3 of her children through the university. Do you know what she sells? Couldn't get that. Because she was offering a very, by the way, whenever you come to my place, I will take you there, I will buy you, so that you will taste it. Very creamy stuff, right? So then, if you cannot find this opportunity, then build yourself. Make yourself valuable. You can learn digital skills, right? I genuinely understand the frustration. However, we can complain from now till tomorrow, but you have to do something. There are digital skills, photography, videography, any of those things. And you can't tell me that you need a connection to learn that.
Come to church, we'll teach you for free.
Come to church. He can, so he's a media guy. I highly recommend. He will teach you all of those, right? So yes, to be honest, you have to start somewhere, right? And then you will need the patience, except if you want to make it big, so you start going to do those things that people do. I don't dignify them by mentioning what they do, but there are so many things you can learn. I know someone that builds a website. You can meet him. He can mentor you. I'll make recommendation.
And he makes his websites are top notch.
Yes,
at least for a beginner, he can teach you beginners level, and I'm telling you, you're going to be exceptional.
So that is
in fact, as a matter of fact, you know what? Let's do this. Send me an email at jeremiah@el-buba.com, and then we create opportunities for people who need digital skills, media skills. I'm offering myself up. We are going to teach you how to do these things. We are not going to give you the opportunity, but we are going to teach you
the skill.
And after that, you get the opportunities.
Yeah.
So you can message me or via email, jeremiah@elbuba@gmail.com, or you can go to my website, jeremiah.elbuba.me. So you can get me there. So I will display it on the screen for you, so that you can also actually contact me, so that we can give you the skills, and then you go out to find these opportunities. Because honestly, the country is not easy. Some people are actually slimming down because of work.
Yes.
I'm not going to go there. So, yeah, some people are actually finding it really difficult.
Yeah.
Really difficult. And just because we are opportuned, as this modern generation, we call it nepotism. But as because we are opportune does not mean that we don't understand the struggle.
True.
We do understand the struggle.
True.
And I'm not even going to say you should aim to be like all those top G's, because yes, aim to be like them. They can be your role models, but I think you can start somewhere. Because if you look at each and every one of them, they had people who helped them out, people who took a chance on them. If you look at Dangote, there was somebody who took a chance on him, gave him a loan. If you look at Rabi, his family. If you look at Indimi, his family. If you look at Otedola, his dad was a governor. You see, if you look at them, they had people around them. But then there are also people who were self-made.
Yes.
We can, even if you are not as Dangote right now, at least create an opportunity where your children can say, because of my family, I became one of the best. You mustn't be actually the best now, but create a lifestyle where you can give your children the best they need. So, sir, lastly, before we end, what is your advice to, you've given them a lot of advice, but I want you to just say 2 key things or 3 that they can go home with. When they wake up every morning, they can write this down, and when they wake up every morning, something they actually look to their book. They can write it down, and when they open up their books in the morning, they read this. Because one of the motivations in life is what you see immediately you wake up. Because once you wake up in the morning, you have to have a motivation as to how to go about your day. So what is that motivation you are giving to someone out there who does not have any motivation?
Okay. Thank you. The first thing I will say is decide in your heart, make it a lifetime decision that you will be a valuable person. The world is gravitating towards people of value. Jerry, people may not like you, but so long as you have a value to offer, they may not like you as a person, they may not even like your family, they may not even like how you look, right? But for the fact that you have a value to offer, they will pay for that value.
Yeah.
So the number one thing is add value to yourself. You need to become valuable. Become valuable that people cannot resist you.
Oh, true.
You understand that?
Yes.
So one of my favorite quotes by my father, he would tell me, add value to yourself whenever, however, wherever. So when you enter a place, make sure you are offering at least a service. There is a value you're doing. Like this, your Jerry guy now, for example, he would never go anywhere and he'll be and he'll be stranded. If he finds himself in Abuja, the thing he would do is to find himself into a media space and he would blend in. He has the skill. He's valuable. Trust me, people, I'm thinking of how I'll hijack him from you, by the way. So open secret. Right. Okay.
No, you cannot.
That is a joke. That is a joke, right? But you see, when you become a person of value, trust me. Okay, I'm interested in hijacking him. Why? Because he's a valuable person, right? So make yourself a valuable person. And the second thing, build a beautiful character. Because we, like in Nigeria, people are dubious. That's the perception everybody has. Foreigners, as I work with a foreign company, they don't trust Nigerians. At first glance, they are suspecting you. You know, there is a way that at first glance you trust somebody, right? Like if you hear someone is working with Facebook, you wow, or UN, oh wow. You understand what I'm saying? But then you have to build your character. Make sure you're an honest person. Make sure that people can trust you. Make sure that people, you know, your yes is your yes and your no is your no. So two things. Number one, add value to yourself, and adding to that value, add good character to yourself. Because trust me, even you would want someone with good character, someone that will not lie to you, someone that will not cheat you, someone that is honest, that you know that if it is okay, you have people that you can trust with your ATM card.
Yeah, of course.
And you have people that whether you see an angel flapping his wings, but it's not, you will not trust them. So that's the difference, right? So add value to yourself. Become very useful, not just to yourself, but to your environment, right? And then the second thing, have a good character. And good character, they said, hard work will take you to the top, but good character will sustain you. So if there is any advice, I think it's just those two for now.
Thank you very much to Dr. Linus. I guess today has just, if you have not learned anything, I have learned, and I'm pretty sure the media team has learned, because today's session was top notch. And of course, these conversations may actually be very uncomfortable for you, because the team is reality check. So some of the things you've not heard, you are going to be hearing them from this podcast. So many things you may hear here are not going to sit well with you. But the truth is, we are speaking true facts here. We are speaking true facts here, and we are just trying to seek a way where our youths, you know, live where they currently are into a higher place. I believe that in Nigeria there are so many opportunities for us. I believe that as Nigerians there are so many opportunities for us. Peradventure you don't make it here in Nigeria, let it be that you went out of Nigeria and you made something of yourself, because there are people who did not make it here in Nigeria, still went abroad, did not make anything of themselves. So we should try our possible best to make something of ourselves. So you can catch Reality Check on Jeremiah Isa El-Buba on YouTube. Now you can follow Dr. Linus' page as Linus Joshua on Instagram, Linus Joshua on Facebook, and I'm guessing Linus Joshua on YouTube as well. So you can follow Jeremiah Isa El-Buba on Instagram, Jeremiah Isa El-Buba on Facebook, Jeremiah Isa El-Buba on TikTok, Isa El-Buba Jr. on Twitter, and then Jeremiah Isa El-Buba on YouTube. So it will be great having you next time at Reality Check. Please do well to share, like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Until we see you on the next episode.
For you to have a reality check, like, share, and subscribe. Trust me, the next episodes that will roll out, it's not the place to be.
Yes, there is no better place to be, and I can assure you. So please do well to look out for the next episode of Reality Check. You may just be surprised who our next guest may be. So look out for the next episode of Reality Check. Thank you for tuning in today, and see you next time.